Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Geomologist Presents. Tonight, we are continuing our ongoing campaign of the One Ring. This is a Free League's second edition of the One Ring game, and we are currently playing in the Ruins of the Lost Realm. And with me tonight are the players who play the player heroes. So I will introduce them. First, we have Amy.
Hello, I'm Amy, and I play Gwenin, who is of the Dunadai. She's a ranger, and let's see, I think that's all about her. And then Myrtle, who is, as you could figure, she is a little bit of a happy-handed, treasure-hunting hobbit of the Shire.
I thought she's from Bree.
Well, over that way. She's originally from Bree.
Or the Shire, and then to Bree. I don't know. Probably from the Shire, and then to Bree. She's a brandy book.
She's a brandy book.
Anyway, next we have the other player we have is live from Pelham's Wasteland, Arlen.
Hi, yes, I am playing Bruni, who is a dwarf of the Blue Mountains, who is a scholar as his calling, and Oradreth, who is an elf of Rivendell, who is a champion of the Free Peoples.
Dun, dun, dun. And last time we were in Tharbad, this shows the map of Ariador. The players had traveled. I guess during this year, we've started in Bree, so we've traveled. I should stop. Let's not snap. Right. Works better. So they started in Bree. They traveled kind of to the ford here, had an adventure. They traveled to the Tower of the Star Tower, had an adventure. They kind of rested a little bit at the Grey Havens, and then they went to the White Towers and had an adventure, and then had a leisurely journey across the Shire back to Bree, and now they've traveled back down, and they're in Tharbad here in I guess it's the fourth quarter of the year 2965 of the Third Age. Wow, you guys have traveled 1,140 miles.
No wonder why we need new shoes.
No wonder you're so tired.
Actually, Gwenin's not tired.
Is that possible? I guess it's possible.
What, to be tired?
9-10 months, probably. Okay. All right. Well, let's switch our. Oh, I guess we were supposed to recap what happened last time, but I'll give you a visual. They are here in Tharbad, and presently they are located at the inn there, which is the
Best Inn.
The Bridge. Is it the Bridge Inn? I think it's the Bridge Inn.
I think so.
Yeah. 4 is the Bridge Inn.
Yes, the Bridge Inn.
They invest a lot in referrals. That's for certain.
Yep. This is true. All right. So what happened? I know you arrived in Tharbad at the beginning of the session last time, or you had gotten there at the end of the session the previous time. So what has happened?
Well, when we got there, as we were heading in, over by the bridge to come in, I think it was over here.
Near the causeway, right?
Yeah,
the new gatehouse.
Yeah, something was troubling Oradreth. He saw something moving. I think it was Oradreth. And since it was taking so long to let us across the bridge, Gwenin went and checked underneath there, and there was, in fact, a troll. And
bridge troll.
Well, he doesn't like fire. But there was a little bridge troll, so when we got back up there, we let them know up there, and they basically brushed it off, saying, well, then it's the night shift's problem kind of idea. As we were waiting for the messenger to come back from asking Lady Stock if she received our letter for an audience. Then after that, and many commercials for the Best Inn in Tharbad.
Yep. Bridge. See, there's the bridge troll. Somewhere out here.
Yes.
In the bridge.
We were escorted over, I want to say it was over here, I think.
To here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
over to here.
The Red Palace.
Mm-hmm. To meet Lady Stock and Captain Gurnmal.
Gurnow. Here's Lady Stock.
Yes,
She
she's
looks kind of harsh.
a vision of loveliness.
And Captain Gurnow, her wonderful husband, who is the captain of the Haven.
Yes.
Okay. Yep.
So we did that, but we went in. It was not the nicest of places, but then we got up to the second floor, and I guess they were feasting and having some merriment. And we were introduced to the captain and the lady. And after a little bit of niceties, we asked if we could talk to Lady Stock, but Captain Gurnmal was acting a little grumpy, so sure, bring him back. So we went into like a back room to talk to them and lay it on the line why we were there and what was going on and what have they heard. And we explained to them we explained to Lady Stock. I don't know how much the captain really gleamed of all of this because he was very awed by Orodreth and a little frightened. So I'm sure those that came afterwards had to clean a little bit more in that back room. But we explained about the visions that I saw from the Seeing Stone and talked to her about, are you ready? Are you prepared? We talked about the troll again. I wouldn't say there were a lot of niceties going on, but I think there was an understanding that Lady Stock needs to pull herself up by the bootstraps and be the Denadai that she is and really take hold of the situation, because I don't believe that any of us trust that the captain will. And then we came back out, and some of the guys that were in the room were kind of antagonizing our poor little guy. Sorman?
Sornan.
Sorman, yeah.
Sornan, yeah.
And Orodreth and Bruni kind of put them in their place, and then we left for the inn. And even though they offered to let us stay at the Red Palace, we decided we've heard so much about the inn, we should go to the inn. And as we were heading there, Gwennon noticed there was somebody following us, and it turns out it was another Dunadai, Gwylith, I think.
Gwylith, yes.
And she was she was very grumpy, wasn't really listening to what Gwennon had to say. She was very accusatory, stating that we weren't, that no one was coming to help her, all that kind of stuff. So Gwennon got a little upset and went outside the room, and Bruni and Orodreth and Gwyneth, whatever, the other ranger, continued to talk, and they got some intel on the Swan Fleet. And Arlen, did you want to pick up from there?
I think that's most of it. We got a fair bit of information about kind of what's going on in the region. Gwylith is sort of concerned because there's this incipient power struggle, shall we say, between the forces that are here versus the refugees and other people that are hiding out in the region of the Swan Fleet. And then there's also some other funky stuff going on.
Did you guys have an altercation at the Bridge Inn?
Oh yeah, we also ran into some guys who were not super friendly, or wanted us to think they were friendly but were not. Right. And by that specifically, it was one guy who seemed to be kind of watching us, and Orodreth snuck over to him and came over, and he offered to pay money for information about Imladris, and Orodreth kind of turned the tables on him, asked him about Umbar, and he said, okay, well, I don't really want to fight right now, so I'm going to go off to my friends, and we just let him go.
After Myrtle took his scimitar and his change pouch.
Yep.
Yeah.
Remember his name? I don't know if you.
I think I wrote it down. Let me see. Wolfan.
Wolthon?
Yeah, is what I wrote down.
Oh, good. I'm glad you wrote it down because I did not. So cool. Yeah, and then he was like, it seemed like he was getting kind of being backed up by some of
Well, I think we found out from that Lady Stock's son trades with him.
right.
Yeah, the son and heir wants to go. Thurnow wants to go on an expedition to Moria, apparently, and is also seems like kind of a troublemaker around here. And it seems like maybe an expedition to Moria would be a good way to get him kind of out of everybody's hair for a little while.
Yeah, maybe.
Bruni is really excited to go on an expedition to Moria if he can convince everybody that we should take part in that.
I do have a picture of Wolthon. No, not as a handout. I'm just gonna put it as a. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Close enough. Close enough.
Yeah, he looks like one of those heirs.
But I guess they're camped out over here. You know, that's Wolthon. They're camped out over here, right? They said.
Yeah, the maybe merchant, probably a real merchant, but also a spy.
Yeah.
Right, but I think we deduced he's basically like a black Numenorian.
Yeah.
No, well, he works for them. Yeah.
Works for them, but anyways, so that's what I remember.
Yeah, I don't think there was any. I mean, we found out some other kind of adventure hooks, shall we say? Because we've got the troll, we've got all of the stuff with the power here versus the Swan Fleet. We're sort of trying to get Captain Gurnow and Lady Stock to sort of take leadership here seriously and start rebuilding the place. Especially, we mentioned that the river is deep enough that like a warship could come sailing up and attack the place, and that would obviously be bad for everybody.
Yeah. Then there was Amelia Kern. Amelia.
Yeah,
Kern.
you haven't met her yet.
Yeah, she deals with the treasures.
Yeah, Amelia Kern. Her house is right here, apparently, because it's number 8.
Yep.
And we were.
And then he was trying to tempt us with by Hank the Guard.
Oh.
Telling us that Thornall's eldest son was doing the trading, and then Tim Titus is the proprietor of the inn.
Right. Yep.
So, and then there's a huge master swampy town that we already talked about. Okay.
Yep.
The Swan Town in Swan Fleet, and then also the secret sunken palace in Swan Fleet with our very own Elven Sleeping Beauty, apparently.
Right.
That could be fun. Or Ordrith might have to go kiss a statue, right? To wake the statue up. I'm just teasing.
I don't think she is a statue. She's just asleep, right?
Yeah, she's asleep. Put in stasis, or put herself under a spell because of a potential poison.
Yeah,
I thought someone did
Celebrimbor.
that. I thought Celebrimbor did that.
Yeah, what we heard was that she was a victim of the wars between the Elven Kingdom of Eregion and Sauron in the Second Age, and was definitely an apprentice and maybe a lover of Celebrimbor. And either he or she made a ring to put her to sleep until they had some solution for curing the poisoning. But they didn't ever succeed, apparently.
So she's still sleepy. Alrighty.
And I don't know exactly.
I don't know I don't know how well.
I think what we heard was poisoning, but it could also I know it sounds like a stereotype of myself to say this, but it could also be an envenoming if she was bitten by something and didn't ingest it.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, right. That's true.
That's pretty cool.
Envenoming instead of poisoning. Yes, correct. It's vague. It happened so long ago.
Yeah, who knows?
Orodreth wasn't born.
Yep.
But probably close, right? Not just kidding.
I don't know.
I don't know. Gwynen's getting up there in age. But anyway, so I believe when we ended, we were resting at the end.
You're resting at the end. Yes, the party here. Do
Yeah.
I have you guys? Oh, good. I do have your tokens here. Okay. Just in case.
We're there.
Just in case. I mean, the troll would be something like this, right? A little bigger. But maybe not yet. We just know it lives there under the ridge. But if we get into a fight. Okay, so you guys were going to rest?
Yes.
Right? All right, so let's someone roll. Well, I guess I'm the one who rolls for encounters, so I will do that. A 2. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I don't think I like you rolling if it's an uh-oh already.
I mean, oh, and I know you wanted to you wanted at some point to have like a council with Lady Stock and Captain Gurnow.
Well, they told us to come see them in the afternoon or in the morning or whatever. So.
Yeah, the next day or whatever.
Yeah, I think we were going to suggest that we maybe deal with the troll, or perhaps I think Gwynin was suggesting that we should deal with the troll
first,
at least. Or not necessarily first. I think as a favor to them so that they'll take us seriously, basically.
Yeah, a token of goodwill.
Yeah, so you guys can do that in the morning beforehand, or like near dawn. So, you guys can see if you wanted to do that, or unless you wanted to go meet them first.
Well, I'm thinking it would probably be better served if we took care of the troll first, because he's more of the imminent danger, because they are definitely not prepared for that. At least in Gwynen's opinion. And as a ranger, I would think she would send Gweleth, however you pronounce her name, a note asking if she could get some of her people together and let's go take care of the troll.
Yeah.
I don't think she has Gwyleth you're talking about, the ranger here. I don't think she has people here, right? 'Cause she was saying
no,
that she hasn't been in contact with anybody.
No, she has other, like if there is an attempted coup here, says she has.
Yeah, people. Yeah. I think she has local contacts, but she doesn't have really any other like Dunedain that she's been in contact with. Was my impression.
Yeah, I don't know. It maybe it's just the way I played her. I don't know if it's all that's true, but it doesn't. I just make up the.
Well, or she might not be willing to let us in on the secret yet. Also, that's always a possibility. She didn't. I mean, I don't know how great of an impression we made with her right away.
Well, I mean, I guess from her point of view, right? From her point of view, she's been setting things up here, and all of a sudden, this other ranger comes and screws it all up. In her opinion,
it's just her opinion. So if she supposedly wants to take control of this town, then she needs to prove herself to Gwynin. So she would send her a note and say, let's go tackle the troll.
Yep.
She's kind of calling her bluff, like, all right, fine. Bring it then. If you think you can protect this town, bring it.
Yeah, it seems like dealing with the troll would be a good idea. I guess we should decide, before we go to sleep, we should decide if we want to do it like just before dawn or at dawn, because I assume that we would know. Trolls are not very big fans of being out in the light regularly.
Correct.
You learned that the marsh troll. Yeah, she figured it was a marsh troll, either between Orodreth and Gwynin, who did like the scouting and lore stuff. You discovered it was a marsh troll, and they're not like stone trolls that the light freezes them, but they are afraid of fire.
Mm-hmm. So
they have the fire curse.
So we'd definitely take torches that we could light quickly.
Yeah. So okay. Because it's our Middle Earth. Dang it. All right. And we can have marsh trolls. They always don't. And trolls don't always turn to stone. I don't think they always turn to stone in the Lord of the Rings either, but,
I don't think so. Just the stone trolls.
just the stone trolls, right?
That I remember from the books.
I
Was
think
that like,
I
Go
think
ahead.
all the trolls don't like the sunlight.
right?
I think
neither do orcs,
Yeah.
except for Uruk-hai.
yeah, well that's like why, right, Sauron creates has the dark cloud from Mount Doom to cover up the field in
Mhm.
Return of the King.
Yeah.
I think it's just, although in the right, that's there's the implication in the movie that the transformation to stone is maybe like weakened depending on situational things, right? Because like the troll that they fight in Moria has like what is supposed to look like kind of like a rocky blistering effects on its
Uh-huh.
back from
Yeah.
getting a little bit of sunlight down in Moria, but not
Oh,
like
interesting.
direct sunlight,
Hmm.
Yeah.
which is, and also the only time we see, well, I guess that's not true. I was going to say the only time we see the trolls turn to stone is in The Hobbit, which is true, but then they do see the trolls that have been turned to stone in the
Yeah.
Fellowship of the Ring, right?
Yes,
So
they do. Yeah.
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 They see that
Hmm.
that monument. Also, right, there's a troll there at the Black Gate in the movie, at least in the Lord of the Rings, right? So,
Mhm.
Well, but he's got armor on and stuff to protect him.
oh, okay.
Maybe they give him orc sunscreen.
Never
Or
know.
something.
Mud.
Yeah. They give him, they give him essence of Mordor.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. So we're gonna go at dawn or near dawn.
I would think so.
All right. So Amy, if you could have Gwennon's the hunter, right?
Yes.
So
And
Gwennon, if you could give me a hunting roll.
And that I think she uses her +1 because of her hunting knife.
Yep.
And would bold, true-hearted, or shadow lore apply?
I think in this case, this is not for going out to we're not out the troll. We're still at the bridge inn, but shadow lore might apply here.
Okay, then that would be 2 dice. 1 for the knife and 1 for that. And it's still a
Ooh.
failure.
Well,
It's going to be
You're
one of
one
those
away.
nights. I will.
Use a hope.
I'll
you could
use,
spend one hope and you're automatically
Yeah.
at least going to get a success.
Yeah,
Okay, I spent.
and you
the
might get a
hope.
6. Yep.
No, it's
Okay.
a 5. But all day yesterday it was only rolling 4s, so
Yeah.
we're
that's
one
5 is
higher now.
5 becomes a success. And just to remind people, that is that house rule of mine is that you can roll after the fact by spending a hope. Yep. You can, if you roll off before the fact, you can't also roll after the fact. Just 1 per roll still. But
Wow.
sometimes you don't know, and that's okay. All right, so that's a success. All right, so it's like sometime in the early morning hours, like someone puts a plate of food or porridge.
Oh, wait, before we do that, would my endurance have gone up from resting or no?
Oh yeah, you guys could do a short rest.
I mean, when we were at the inn before we took off to do
No,
this.
we can go ahead and do the short rest thing,
Okay.
right?
Because I know hope doesn't come back, but endurance does.
So
Short rest is it's strength rating in endurance back.
You don't have to roll or anything, right?
No roll.
Right.
Yeah.
For a long rest, which is just a full night now, you get everything back. So you're back up at full endurance.
Well, I was only
for a
down.
full night.
I was only down a little bit, so
Yeah.
even
short
if
rest is like having some llama spread on the road, and a long rest is like overnight.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
5e time lengths now. Short rest is like an hour. Long rest is just a night.
yeah.
Okay. Anyway.
Okay. Sorry, I just want to make sure because it'll make a
All right.
difference.
So someone like during the early morning hours put some like steaming porridge like under your door,
Oh.
right, to eat in the morning. Fortunately, Gwennon is the first one to examine it before anyone eats, and it smells off.
Yeah, we're not eating it.
Okay. So you dump it.
I would dump it before anyone else got up, and I would go downstairs and see if Tim Titus is down there and ask him to please dispose of this porridge.
Why ever for it is the best porridge in Tharbad.
Smell it.
All right, so he smells it. He, being a cook trained in the halfling ways, is like, huh.
It smells of poison.
Well, not poison, but it would make you ill.
Yes.
Nonetheless, it smells like someone's been adding some special ingredients to this porridge, and he picks it up
Yes.
and dumps it out. There's probably like pig dung or something like that in it.
Yeah. You may want to.
It'd make you sick.
Definitely want to check the rest of your porridge.
Yeah. Despite Gwynen's warning, would anyone like to try this porridge?
No. Myrtle.
Not this one.
Yeah, Myrtle would like some porridge, but she also doesn't wake up until she's told to get up. She tries to catch every nap possible before first, second, and third breakfast.
Right. What are you going to say, Harlan?
Oh, just I think porridge directly from the cook would be appreciated.
Oh yeah, he kind of gets out the meal,
Yeah, I mean,
to make it, and
Gwennon will definitely pay for our meals. She doesn't have a problem doing that.
it's part of the
The inn.
stay.
Yeah.
He feels really bad, that
She'll alert him that they know that it was not his doing, and we'll still give him good Yelp ratings.
Okay. Yeah, he kind of gets the oats out and makes it kind of from scratch and stuff. For you guys?
I think just about all cooking is from scratch in this period.
Well, he makes it fresh. He makes it fresh in front of you. There you go.
Well, that's good.
He's a good guy.
All right. That prevents him from getting some dread because Gwennon found out about it before it happened. And then you're going to head to out to here to look for the troll.
Well, we know where it is because remember, Gwennon went right into the lair.
So I'm asking if you're heading out there.
Yes, tracking our way out there. And we will definitely, each one of us will have the ability to have a torch with us. They're just not lit quite yet.
Oh, wow. Okay, so fortunately the troll has not come and attacked anyone.
Yeah.
And 12 is a Gandalf on these dice, so you see like a bleary-eyed, maybe one of these guys had second thoughts, but you see a bleary-eyed Guthrum. Is it Guthrum? Yeah, you think Hank the Rank has left, but Guthrum is still there. It's like, I didn't want anyone, and he says the troll, I'm really tired.
Well, you should
go. I'm here.
I see. But you should get some rest.
I heard thunder.
And lightning, very, very threatening. Yes.
Okay.
But we can keep going. Because our viewers can't hear it. It's eerily going in the background.
Yep. All right. So it's an overcast day, but maybe there's a rumble of thunder in the distance, but it shouldn't have any effect on you guys.
No.
Okay. So you go to where you went before.
Yes.
And how are we going to get the troll out of there?
Well, Gwennon's thought, and she'll put it up to a vote with everybody, but Gwennon's thought is, first things first, she doesn't want to kill something that doesn't need to be killed, but they're usually not good. So she's thinking maybe if he's in there, we light our torches and see if we can't direct him away from the city and ask him to leave. And if he chooses not to, then we can be a little more forceful in the unaliving.
Yep. Oh, wow. I populated.
What's your thought, Arlen?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't seems like the troll is not likely to want to leave, but I guess I don't see the harm in trying to convince it to leave instead of just outright trying to kill it. But it seems like we're going to end up fighting the troll.
Oh, I'm positive we will, but just trying.
Okay. So you're gonna call out to the troll?
Yeah, did the other ranger girl, Gwyleth, come at all?
Unless if you grabbed her, she could have.
Well, I had sent her a note to tell her we were doing it.
Okay.
Because basically this is Gwennon stating, okay, prove yourself. That's kind of where she's at with it.
Okay. Oh, that's weird. Why do I have two of them? Okay, do this here. All right, so we'll drag Gwyleth with us too. Well, I don't know. Let's see. Will she come? Well, are you ordering her, or are you like just asking?
I'm basically challenging her, telling her we're going to go take care of the troll that you should have dealt with if, in fact, you were securing this city.
Well, but she says I didn't know there was a troll. It must have just arrived.
All indications are it's been here for a bit.
Not really, but you can tell her that.
Yeah.
All right, so give me an awe roll.
From
If anyone
Gwyneth?
wants to.
From
Does anyone
Gwyneth?
want to help her out? Yeah, from Gwennon. Does anyone want to help?
Is this to get the girl to come?
Yep.
Well, allegiance to the Dinadai doesn't apply.
It would apply.
It would apply?
Uh-huh.
Okay. And she gets that 1. And I don't know, this is not no, okay, it's not insight, so okay, just the 1 extra die.
Okay. Okay. She goes willingly.
Okay.
She's inspired as well. All right. Wolof is going to sleep in. Sornen's going to sleep in. I don't think you want to bring him. He's like, trolls are dangerous.
Yeah. No,
Brentel's going to go.
Do we get 1 in our fellowship pool because I only needed 1 success, or did we use that extra 1?
No.
Because this is great 1 success.
I'll give her like a bonus dice.
Okay.
When she attacks, though.
Okay.
Because you inspired her. Okay.
Aw. Just kidding.
Okay. All right. So I gotta add her, and you gotta add him. And he's distracted, right? He's got the distracted thing. I don't know how that'll.
Is he still distracted?
Yeah, he hasn't had a chance to.
Then I would think he's probably still at the inn, right? Or
no, he's gonna come, but Okay. All right. Well, we won't do stances yet. As you guys get over here, I'm gonna move you guys. You kind of hunt for the troll here. Trolls are very dangerous. Just reminding you.
I'm aware.
All right. Brentel's gonna try to stay in the back, maybe. Okay. All right. So who has a torch? Does everyone have a torch with them?
Everybody should have a torch.
Everyone has a torch?
I think everybody has torches, but they're not all lit yet, is what we decided.
Yeah.
Okay.
Trying to come out with some amount of stealth to get close to the lair.
Okay.
But once we enter the lair, Gwennon would light hers. Or
Well, you kind of
in. Because I'm assuming he doesn't have lights in his little lair.
right. How do we do this with multiple people trying to stealth?
Gwennon can roll.
Oh yeah, I know. No, I know how we do it. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, so those have the characters roll stealth,
Each
and
one?
if we, yeah,
Okay, because Gwennon. And does anything apply to my stealth roll? Bold, true-hearted, or shadow lore?
are these creatures? I think these are creatures of shadow, so shadow lore does apply.
Okay. Here's hoping. Of course not. But she's only off by 2, so.
What's up to you?
Well, Bruni and Ordreth both have very bad stealth, so I think it doesn't make sense to be too concerned about being stealthy.
Although she would get if she made it, she would get a great success.
Well, I'm gonna
So-
use a hope to add an extra die. It's a 6, right? D6.
Yeah. All right.
A
Well, that
2.
makes it. That makes it, and
That
it's
at
also a
least-
great success. Yeah, it makes it, and it makes it a great success. So that means you can help someone who doesn't succeed.
Okay,
With expert
and then
successes.
now
We should have Myrtle roll.
Myrtle has 4 in stealth, and it's the other. But I don't think fair spoken, merry, or burglary apply, so she will spend a hope.
Okay.
Puts her kind of low, but she doesn't want to let the group down.
So you have one and one in the bank.
There we go.
That's a success. So 2.
Okay.
All right. So Ordreth and Bruni.
All right. Ordreth has the worst stealth. So let's do this. No, not 1d6 will not help that enough. So, oh well.
Okay. Well, hold off and see if Bruni makes it or not. No.
Let's see. Also very bad.
Okay. Well, you can help one of those, but not the other. I don't think it matters.
I don't think either of them are close enough. Yeah.
Yeah.
No. But like Gwennon's extra success can like help someone make the stealth, but I don't think it. I think you have to have everyone make the stealth for it to be a surprise round, if I remember correctly.
Well, I'm not trying to be mean or pick favorites, but I think Gwennon would help Ordreth so that he could sneak in there. Because she, the theory behind that is that he could use the awe.
Okay. Yep. Yes. Well, everyone has to make the stealth roll to succeed, so it's not a stealth, but that's okay. The troll comes rumbling out. You guys have the volley phase first.
Well, she will pull her sword out, or not sword, but the torch out.
Okay.
And light it.
All right.
And say, "Halt, troll! I'm a ranger of the Dunedain, and I am asking that you leave this area, and no harm will come from you, or come to you."
I thought there was like a little torch icon.
And we don't have to worry about that.
There it is.
Does she need to roll something for that?
Yeah, it has to be awe.
And shadow.
But I'm gonna make it. He looks around. He takes a sniff. You see him growl at Bruni. So it's ill-favored.
Oh, well, I got one great success. So ill-favored meaning what?
You got to roll the d12 again.
Can I
take the lowest? Oh, it was favored. So I guess it's would have been a 3. Oh, I think you still got it though.
Okay.
With a 3, right?
Yeah, that's still a great success with a 15.
It's still a great success, yeah, even with the 3.
Okay.
There. Okay. Well, shoot. Okay.
She's going to explain that so far the townspeople do not know you're here, and I can keep them from harming you, but you must leave.
Oh, I need to do the hate thing too. What's the actual hate?
Maybe it's a bad idea to try and talk to the troll first, but she's trying, you know.
Well, you did like kind of stymie him a little bit, right? So let me see what happens here. Yeah, that's fine. No, that's fine. Well, I got to keep track of it.
Okay.
What if it'll let me do that? Oh, yes.
What?
No,
I don't know what you're looking for.
Yeah, I'm looking at the. Perfect.
Does he leave?
No. No, he doesn't leave, but he's kind of stymied. What's that? What is it? He's weary.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Does anyone else want to do anything?
Well,
like what I did is you damaged his hate basically, and he's like weary.
Can Myrtle light her torch and come up and tell him a riddle? Would that work? Tell him a riddle about, the troll that doesn't listen and ends up unalived.
Yeah. You can do that. So you're going to move up and do that too?
I just noticed something on my sheet is checked, and I don't know if it should be. Underneath wits, there's shield, other, and stance, and other is checked. Is that correct? I don't
Who's that?
If it's probably, what is the value in other? Is it just a 0 or something else?
It's a 0.
So then it's not contributing to the score.
Okay, then I'm going to uncheck it because I don't know why it's checked. Okay, so riddle. Could she use any of her fair-spoken Mary or burglary to get a die in riddle?
I'll give you Mary.
Mary? Okay. I'm just making sure nothing else of hers applies. Okay. Here's hoping. Extraordinary 2 feet success. Jesus, Myrtle. She got a Gandalf.
So that's wow.
It says extraordinary 2 feet.
This seems to be working. I mean, it's really kind of cowering and scared. Bruni, Ordreth, what do you want to do? You know that these things hate your kind, Bruni, so you could use that to your advantage if you wish. Mm-hmm. If you're trying to scare it away, I mean, I don't know. It's kind of a weird thing, but at least no one gets, potentially killed that way.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So Ordreth, Brenthil. Fortunately, Brenthil is distracted, so he's not going to do anything. I'll wait for see what Gullith does. But Bruni and Ordreth, what do you guys want to do? This like opening volley.
Well, if we're just trying to, I mean, I guess it depends. So, I don't know. I'm trying to decide if I think we can actually drive it off or if we need to seize the advantage from hitting him a couple times to hit a little harder. It does kind of seem like, So among other things, Orodreth has a virtue that lets him take away a fair bit of hate by hitting targets.
Yeah.
That means we start fighting, but, it is a troll.
I mean, like if you take the hate away, does it become weary or does it just run away?
I think it becomes weary if it's out. Well,
he's already weary, I thought.
Yeah, he's weary because of
he's weary for the round because of the awe.
Yeah.
But if you take away all of his hate, he is stuck in weary, basically. And then also can't use the hate for any special abilities.
Right.
Which is also useful. So yeah, I think we're just
so it's a good chance. It's a good chance that he might run away if he loses his hate.
Yeah. I think that's what we ought to do. Is we'll just start shooting, and is a troll. So let's do that. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna have Ordress shoot first because he's got the special thing. No bonus dice. What is the target's parry rating?
The parry on the troll is surprisingly nothing.
0. All right. Well then.
No.
Terrible.
Oh well. All right. Well, Bruni can take a shot. He's got a bow also. Well, would you look at that?
Piercing
Oof,
blow.
oof.
Thunk.
Injury 14. Wait, ouch.
Ouch. Okay. All right. So how much damage? That's 5 damage, right?
3 damage.
3 damage
for the hit.
Oh, so much damage to the troll.
Yep.
But a piercing blow is a good thing.
Yep.
So I've got to roll the armor. And the injury is 14, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
No bonus dice. What do I get?
17.
A success. All right. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Gwillis is going to take a shot as well then.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll just use the elves for them. Right. Bow. Normal. That's pretty good. No parry. Parry rating is going to be okay with that. What do I get?
A failure.
She missed 2. Okay. All right.
Brent Hill.
Well, Brenthill's distracted. You have to go, Brentil. He's like, huh? But by that time, the troll is charging at Bruni. So let's get into stances, please.
Yeah.
Well, Gwen and Myrtle will be forward stance because Myrtle wants to use her new, well, not so new, but new to her.
Yeah. Myrtle can do.
It's a.
So Bruni defensive.
It's a
Yeah.
goblin short blade, or no, it's a Dingor, the keen orc bane thing.
Lilith is inspired, so she'll fight normally so far.
I thought you were going to give her an extra die.
I am, but she's gonna fight normal, like normal.
Oh, okay.
And Brenthill's gonna go, huh? What? And just shoot. Okay, so all right,
Just
so
stay in the
forward
back.
stance.
Okay.
Right. So it kind of charges, but Gwen and Myrtle jump to action first.
Yeah.
And I guess
Gwenin
does as well.
Gwenin is going to step in the way.
Okay, go for it.
I'm trying to see if any of her. I don't think any of that.
It was good to reduce its hate, though. It's still weak. Oh shoot!
What?
I didn't roll for the weary for its armor.
Oh. Okay.
It would still succeed. It looks like.
Really?
Yeah, he rolled a 5 and 2 1s, so it'd be a 15 out of target 14. Unfortunately,
okay.
But
I rolled 10 on the feet dice. That's why.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh wow.
Okay. So.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
She's gonna go at him with her sword. I can't pronounce the name Vandalu, or whatever it is. And then I don't
You can't use the sword if you don't pronounce it correctly.
And you said Shadow Lore would apply.
Valendur. They don't apply. Those don't apply in combat.
Okay.
Valendur.
Parry is 0.
Parry is there's no parry.
Extraordinary 2 successes. Keen, grievous damage 6 + 1, injury 16. And since
I think you can just do 2 great blows. I don't think there's enough to jump up. If you jump up 4, I guess it becomes a piercing blow. 6.
Yeah. Well, wait. Is it regular keen or special keen?
No, it's special.
No, there's different levels to some of the effects, because if it's just regular keen versus magical keen, it's 2 different. Because if it's
It's a keen Vandalier, two-handed, 18 plus 2, grievous evil.
Keen is 9+. It's 9+ for green.
9 plus,
Yeah,
and then
regular.
+1 for evil. Grievous
Okay,
evil.
so it's not if it's superior keen, it would
It
be
should
8+.
be. There's an S.
It's-
Vandalier, superior keen, blah blah blah.
But okay, let me double check. It also applies differently versus Bane targets or not for Elven, or is it? What's the manufacturer of the sword?
It was.
It's a Numenorian.
Numenorian.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's a yep.
I don't understand the questions. I can't. I mean, I know it's
Well,
Numenorian, but
we're trying to figure out basically the difference hinges upon whether it will get a piercing blow on a 9+ or an 8+, because on an
Right.
8+ you could cause a piercing blow, and on a 9+ you don't have a choice. You can just do health damage basically.
Mhm.
oh, I
So
don't
that's
know.
what we're working on.
Yep.
Um,
I think it's evil humans and wraiths or whatever.
okay.
That's the Bane. So because the superior applies to Bane, right? To the Bane creature.
Bane
The Bane
is
target.
Bane is Myrtle's. Myrtle has a Bane.
Oh, well, they both have a Bane, but
Oh, I don't know. It's not written on mine, so I don't know.
No, it's just a regular keen, I think, because it's superior keen isn't for Numenor. I think it's superior grievous regular keen, right? Because that would be the +2 grievous.
oh right, yeah,
Yeah.
okay,
So I think it should be +1 extra, even one more damage on top of that, right? Because it should be
6+2.
yeah, 6+2, because superior grievous does. Oh, or wait, no, if it's Numenorian. Never mind, I'm wrong. If it's Numenorian, it does +1 unless you're targeting a Bane creature, in which case you get more.
Yeah, so the Bane are evil men and wraith and
Yeah.
servants
Okay.
of the shadow, right? Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
All
So it's gonna do. So you don't have enough to do a grievous wound, but you have enough to do.
Well, I
Do,
have
like,
the two
a ton of
extra.
damage.
I have the 2 extra successes that I could use towards it, right?
Yeah, to do the endurance damage on it.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be 7, and then what's your strength?
Oh, I have to pull it up. See,
Your
7. I
strength is
think.
7.
I think it's 7. 7 is my rating. TN is 13.
So it's gonna be 21 points of damage, right?
Yeah, for a double.
Yep.
Oh, no, 23, because you get +1 on heavy
On-
blows if you're using two-handed.
Oh, nice.
So yeah. Even more.
Oh wow, you just crunched it pretty good. All right,
Nice.
Myrtle.
Okay, Myrtle's gonna go at it with her little. To her, it's not little, but what she's calling a sword. It's that Dingor thing.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And I don't think Mary or any of those apply, so I think she's gonna roll and hope for the best.
Yeah, you don't get your whatever is on combat.
No. I'm trying to decide if she's gonna spend a hope. She didn't spend a hope.
Okay.
And parry is 0. And she failed.
Yep.
She's 3 away.
Oh, it would be a double too.
She'll spend the hope. I hate doing it because she doesn't get it back. Well, I mean, she'll get it back later. But
She gets it back quickly. Yeah.
Well, I mean, she didn't get it back from resting, so. Alright, so D6. 3. So
That's a
that
hit.
makes it 18, so that makes it just the right amount.
Yeah, and it's 2. She got 2 6s, so that's another. So that's a triple damage basically.
Okay. Oh, do
So
I
how
need
much
to
da-
leave it off? Because we don't
How
know
much damage is it?
9++1 attack to orcs, but it's not an orc. So I think it just is 9+ keen. And it says damage is 3, injury is 14.
So what's her strength?
An exciting 2.
So 7 points of damage? I don't think, says orcs and trolls the same thing.
No.
I was going to say, I don't think so. But her sword does extra stuff to orcs. I don't think he's an orc. He's a troll.
Right. Ordreth.
All right. Ordreth is going to try to smack with the dwarven longsword that he uses.
Okay.
No bonus dice, no parry, just a regular. Oh, look at that.
Piercing
blow. Oh, 18. Shoot is an injury, and it's weary. Okay, I got to remember that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the damage is 5.
Did he take extra because he was weary with the other 2?
It doesn't. Weary doesn't cause him to take more damage. It makes it harder for him to resist being injured.
Okay.
Hit with a piercing blow.
Yeah. Okay. And the injury is 18, huh? Shoot.
Yeah.
He's not having a good day. He should have listened. Weary failure, it says.
Look at that.
So he has 2 might, though, so he needs 1 more, right?
So yeah, he's gonna. Oh, but he loses one of them also on the hit from Ordreth. Because Ordreth has his Gleam of Wrath virtue that on a successful attack, your target takes -1 hate and -1 hate per 6 on success dice. So he lost one hate for the hit, and then I guess loses another to protect himself.
Well, if he has 2 might, doesn't he?
Oh no, it's might. Sorry, I was talking about. Yes, he loses 1 hate for the hit, but he loses it. But yeah, his 2 might. So since he's taken 1 wound, he's still in the fight because
he's still in the fight. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's 2 wounds essentially.
Okay, so health. Right, so what's her name?
Did Bruni go?
He's defensive.
Oh, okay.
So Gwyleth is going to go first.
While she's getting ready, Gwennon will say, "May the might of the Rangers be with you." Although that sounds very Star Warsy. May the blood of our ancestors give you strength in this fight, Gwyleth.
Hit for 5, just a regular hit.
Yes, injury.
For 5 damage.
Injury is 18.
Yeah, so 5 damage for that. Okay. Bruni. Fighting defensive.
All right.
Tearing this thing up.
Yeah, Bruni's in defensive. I was trying to decide if I was going to do protect companion, but I don't think I'm going to because there's too many targets to protect, to be honest. So I think he's just going to try to smack with the axe, and hopefully if the bridge troll attacks him, because he's a dwarf, he'll have a little bit more protection from being defensive. Okay. -1 and no parry. No. Oh, well. That's all right. That's
Brenthil's going to try to shoot him.
Myrtle's going to tell Bruni, "Don't worry, I'll protect you." I don't know how much protection a little hobbit is to the dwarf, but...
And bonus. It hit.
Success.
Nice.
Damage 3, injury 14.
Mm-hmm. Whittling this troll down.
And it says favored.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
the elves shooting are really dangerous.
Yeah. Okay. That was Brenthil. So the troll is going to go. It's going to spend a hate.
Yeah.
Gwennon's bracing to be attacked.
Oh, well, maybe I don't need to spend a hate yet. We'll see. I got to hit first. It is going to attack. It's interesting. It's weary and it's favored, though. It's still weary. Okay.
I'm assuming it's going to go after Gwennon first, right?
No, it's going to go after Bruni. No, it's going after Bruni.
But Gwennon did the most damage to him.
It doesn't like dwarves.
Yeah. Okay.
That's just what trolls are like. That's why Bruni went into defensive stance. That's the
Yeah. All right.
Is there? There's no way Gwennon can protect, right, or interrupt, or anything like that.
Don't worry. He's got 2 attacks. I'm sure he'll. All right. So no bonus dice. What's your parry, Bernie?
all right. He's -1 bonus dice because I'm in defensive. Parry of 19.
Okay. So -1.
Yeah.
And parry of 19.
Yes.
A weary
Look
failure.
at that.
Look at that.
Woohoo!
Nice. Well,
Is he gonna
fended him off?
Is Bruni he's gonna go after Bruni again, or?
Yeah, he's going to go after Bruni again because he missed.
Because then he doesn't get this roll as favored. Then. Oh, he's going after Bruni again instead of Gwennon?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I was going to say, if he goes after Gwennon, his rolls aren't favored.
Because me hates dwarves. Me hates dwarves. Eat them.
And he failed again.
Okay. Failed again. Okay.
Classic.
He is no longer weary, but...
Well, you say that.
Except... Okay, so anyone changing their stance?
Bruni's going into forward.
Okay.
You don't want Gwennon to smack him before you come up?
No, it's Bruni's special thing, right?
Yeah. Well, he does. He will lose 1 hate because there's a couple people with fire around him.
Oh, there's quite a few of us with that.
Yeah. Okay.
All
so
right.
Go ahead, Bruni.
So Bruni's special thing, if you remember, is that he gets to charge in and shout Baruch Kazad.
Mm-hmm.
So first he gets.
Does he have to charge though?
He doesn't have. He just has to go into forward. That's the only.
Okay.
He doesn't have to be charging into the fight. He just has to be in forward stance to do it. Basically. Mm-hmm. So he goes into forward stance, shouts Baruch Kazad. He does his awe for an intimidate with no bonus dice. But let's see. Frustrating. Oh well. But he also gets to attack with the axe.
Oh yeah, he gets the axe at least.
1 bonus die. No. Target's parry. Look at that. Woo-hoo! Great success.
Ooh.
That is 15 points of endurance damage with the heavy blow.
All right, so I have to make a roll now, right? So it goes to 0.
Yeah. For
armor roll, is it piercing automatic, or is he just done?
Let me look it up real quick. I think it depends on. Right, he's got 2 might, so it might be an armor roll because of. No, it's just taken out of combat if their endurance is reduced to 0.
Yep.
So unless he has something that he can spend hate on to turn it, right? Because a lot of them have like a turn a hit into a piercing blow.
He does not.
Oh, wow.
He does not.
Look at that.
Then you slay the troll.
It would have behooved him to have left when we told him to.
Yep.
Unalived him.
So I guess your cry of Baruch Kazad echoes over the causeway bridge.
Myrtle would like to, while everyone is doing their stuff, Myrtle wants to look around and see if the troll had anything exciting in his lair.
You're probably going to have to go under the bridge and see if there's a lair there.
Myrtle,
do that?
Myrtle would definitely be like all about doing that.
So just give me an explore roll.
For Myrtle?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm trying to see if anything would apply to extras for her.
Burglar.
The burglar tools.
Burglar. Well, you have tools, but burglar won't apply anyway. But
right, but with burglar and holding my burglar tools, that gets me 2 dice. 1 for the burglar's tool and 1 for burglar.
Okay.
So explore with 2 dicey.
Mm-hmm.
Please be good. Just a regular success after all that.
That's fine. Treasure value per player hero. So we roll 4 dice.
For what?
I roll 4 dice.
Oh, okay.
It's got a pretty modest. Is that right? It says treasure value per player hero. Oh, I just rolled 1 success dice. I just rolled 1 success dice. Sorry about that.
One per. Oh,
Is it 1 per hero? No.
I think it is. Well, because you're expected to split it up among the company.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
I think it's one die rolled 4 times. Essentially, is what it's saying.
Yeah, multiplying the result by the number of player heroes. Okay, so yeah. Okay, so you find a treasure hoard worth of 11, and then we roll 2 feet dice. A 10 and a 6. So no magic.
No special treasure now.
Yep.
I don't think he was there long enough for that.
But he's got some treasure in there.
Yeah.
So 11 units worth of treasure.
Well, and maybe what we should suggest is that we could have Gwyleth take some of the treasure to fund her operations here, and then we could bring some more of it back to the palace and suggest that the leadership here use that to start paying for, improving the defenses and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, and start training.
Well, especially since, realistically, the treasure definitely came from people coming to and from Tharbad, right? It's, sort of all their stuff.
Yeah. So how much are we giving to Gwyleth? If there's 10, we can give her 6 and give 5 to the other, or...
There's 11.
Yeah, 6 and 5.
Yeah, let's... I would suggest we do half and half, however we divide it up. It's got to be 6 to one and 5 to the other, but that's what Ordreth will suggest, that we fund Gwyleth's stuff here, because cash always helps.
Right.
Okay. So
operation.
6 to Gwyleth and 5 to I'll just put LS Lady Stock, because we're supposed to go see them anyways.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess you'd cut the troll's head off.
Yeah. Bring the Beowulf style, bring the troll's head and an arm back.
Okay.
Or maybe just the head. We probably don't need to take the arm back.
We can leave the arm at the guards. They might like that.
Yeah, they can put it over there.
Yep.
Beware trolls or whatever. Okay.
Yeah.
And then you push it into the river, and fish and crawfish start munching on it, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Circle of life.
Myrtle comes back with some of the treasure from its hold there.
As best as she possibly can, because she's a little hobbit.
Too bad we couldn't. It's too bad that you didn't find anything, because then these aren't troll make. Anyway.
Yep. Oh well.
All right. Okay. Gwyleth is extremely happy. She says, "I guess I misjudged you and your fellowship, Glennon, with the Dunedain."
Well, Rangers are here to protect all. Take this money, train the troops, protect the city. You fought well.
Not as well as you and your companions.
We are trained differently. You will get there someday.
Yep. Yeah, and by the time it starts raining, you guys get off the causeway and head back up. You see that they're waking Guthrin up, because he fell asleep there at his post.
We can give him the arm. Bruni can give him the arm, because I'm sure Bruni is carrying it, or does Bruni carrying the head?
Yeah.
I think Bruni will carry the head, and maybe somebody else can carry the arm.
Oh, Gwennon will carry the arm in and hand it to the guards there and say, "This is for your treasure trove to ward off trolls in the area."
Oh, thank you, man. Thank you. You hear horses coming up the causeway from the city. as well.
No, we didn't even have a chance to wash ourselves before breakfast. That's okay. We already ate breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
I envision that Myrtle will take an apple out of her sack and eat her second breakfast. She worked up a hunger. You know how that goes as a hobbit.
Yep. Okay. All right. You see Thurnow coming up the road with like a group of people. Like he's on horseback. There's troops like following him.
Mm. Well, that's exciting.
Yep. Starts raining. You don't need your torches anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-mm.
All right. Okay. So
I guess we should walk up and say, Hail Gurnow, captain of...
not Gurnow, his son.
Oh, sorry, I misheard. Thurnow of Tharbad, we come bearing treasure from the troll horde.
Okay.
But Gwennon will be very quick if he tries to take it, because she's not going to let him carry it. It is to be delivered to his parents,
Yep. Okay. Well, as you give him the money,
We're not giving it to him. We're just telling him that we have it. We don't trust him with the money. He'll take it.
okay. So,
And it won't go to who it's intended.
yeah. He has like 3 troops with him.
Mm-hmm.
Not a lot. One of them's kind of yawning. The other one kind of leans on his spear. And of course you got two guards here with Gerthon, he's like snapped to attention now. Goes, I knew you could do it. I knew it. My lord Thurnow, he says, and he's about to like give you your proclamation. Thurnow says, shut it. So you've killed the troll for me, I see. Hand it over.
We will present it to your father and mother only. As we already had a time scheduled to see them, and that is where we are en route to. You are welcome to join us with them, but at this moment in time, that's where we will be going. You must have come to escort us, did you not?
So do you want to use persuade here or awe? Yeah, you don't need to roll in. We don't need to roll insight that he wants to take it from you and take the credit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's pretty obvious. I mean, I don't have a great...
I know, I telegraphed it so much, don't I?
I don't have a great awe, but is that what you want me to roll?
No, you persuade or awe.
I'll do awe, because persuade sucks. And nothing would apply for a bonus die, right? Bold or true-hearted? I don't know that Shadow Lord. I don't think Shadow Lord.
No, I'm going to say true-hearted will apply because you have like the guards, like the 3 guards that are with you that are here at the North Tower. Mm-hmm. They know what you went to go do, and they saw it, and they're and you got Gerthrin, who's like a big fan already. Mm-hmm. So yeah, true-hearted will work because you're like awing. Oh, never mind. All right.
Got it. I've been getting Gandalfs when I need them.
I know. That's great. All right.
Gandalf be with you.
Ordreth or Bruni or Myrtle want to contribute to this, or do you feel like you need to? I don't think you need to.
In what way? And to do awe or to roll awe or what, Carl?
I don't know. Well, if they want to do anything else to him. I mean, you can totally see like the guards, like definitely he kind of takes a couple steps, his horse inadvertently, and therefore he takes a few steps back, whether he likes it or not. And he's definitely kind of cowed by how you say that. And then you can see Ordreth, Bruni, Myrtle, and even like Willith and Brenthil have like they're ready to grab an arrow if necessary. And even these 3 guards at the gate will back you up. And those guys, they're definitely, if anything happens, the 3 guys he brought with him are going to be weary. So I don't know if you want to.
I mean, the only
It doesn't
thing,
have to come to violence.
no, but the
he's definitely
only thing I can think of is to have Myrtle tell a riddle about the son that tried to take the fame from his parents and something like that. Or is that mean?
It might go the other way. I don't know if it doesn't go well.
Then she won't.
Okay. Ordrith or Bruni?
I don't know. Bruni is tempted to antagonize him, but that doesn't seem very productive.
This guy wanted to go to Moria.
Yeah, I know, but still.
But you could take another tack. She ought him. You could take another tack to apply to his greed and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's what Bruni will say. Not all battles are won by fighting, lad. If you need treasure to fund a war band, best hang along with us. You might find there's some more in your parents' coffers soon.
Oh yeah, that's a good persuade.
Yeah, he's just trying to suggest, like, yeah, if you show up right after we've given them money, they might be much more willing to fund your shit.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So how about I roll a persuade? And how about I add a bonus die for cunning? Because that seems like a cunning thing to do.
Yep.
Look at that.
Nice. All right. He's like, very well. Let us. Kind of looks, he goes reluctantly, but seeing like his men like all like looking at him like don't be an ass type of thing. And now that even the ones that were that came with them, they're like, I mean, they killed the troll, my lord. It's obvious, right?
Yeah, you really want to mess with the people who just killed the troll?
They killed a troll. Yeah. It goes, well, how about I escort you to an early breakfast and we break our fast together over troll head stew. He laughs. I mean, not really, but
I appreciate your offer, but my party and I have already had breakfast at the wonderful inn that we're staying at. And
no, he's trying to escort you to the Red Palace.
Okay, but
well, he goes, well, suit yourself. I'm giving you an escort, almost like a parade, even though no one's awake, really. Well, probably people are awake. All the worker types are awake. You know what I mean?
Lead on.
All right. So they form step, and the guys give you the guards at the gate give you a pat on the back, and they like, oh yeah, if you ever need anything, let us know. We here at the North Tower. We appreciate you killing a troll that could have eaten us.
Yeah. Of course.
All right.
We do our best.
We're just happy to help.
They hang the troll arm over.
Well, Gwyneth will
over the
say
door to the tower.
Will say to them, but not so loud that the son can hear. If you are in need of further assistance, Gwyneth here could assist. She is also a ranger and will definitely far exceed your expectations of her.
All right. Well, they introduced. She shakes their hands. That's cool. Maybe she gives them a few coins of the stuff that you've given her. They hang it up. They hang it up over the cross here.
Mm-hmm.
The I guess a catwalk or whatever it is.
Yeah.
That's there. All right. So yeah, I guess you get an early meeting and breakfast with Lady Stock and Captain Gurnow.
She will ask Lady Stock and Captain, if he wishes, if we might draw your attention to the back room for just a few moments, as we have some intel that I fear you need to hear.
There, like, if there's anyone.
I don't want to speak in front of the sun, is what it boils down to.
Oh yeah, I guess most of the people here in the common room. Well, I guess would they take they probably take their breakfast like somewhere more private, right? Although Thurnow is there, he like follows you there. I guess Quilt is gonna go do stuff in town. Do you want Brenthil to go with you or go with her?
Probably go with her.
Okay.
He's distracted, anyways.
Yep. So we bring you to Lady Stock and Captain Gurnow.
But Gwennon does not want to talk to them with their son there because what she's going to share is not advantageous to the son.
Okay. What are you gonna do?
Tell
I don't
them
have to ask.
Tell them what we've heard about who their son is hanging with and who those actually are over there. They are black Numenorians, and that should scare her, seeing as she's a Dunedain.
All right. Hold on, I'm gonna get them.
I showed our viewers their pictures.
I know, but I'm trying to. Oh, I was trying to get put their little tokens out on the table. Got the Pope.
Why don't we take a 5-minute break?
Okay.
And we'll tell our viewers we'll be right back.
Yep. Just gonna do.
Unpaused.
Okay, so I think we're mentioning thunder and lightning and rain in the background, but it's actually starting to rain where all of us players are at. So we're going to conduct this council and then call it a session, I believe, so we don't get cut off inadvertently. But since Thurnow, which I'm fortunate I have Lady Stock and Gurnow, and maybe if Thurnow becomes more integral to the story, I'll find a cool picture of him. Especially if Bruni convinces him to go to Moria or fund an expedition. Maybe that won't happen this year, maybe next year, right? In our tale, but yeah. So let's try to get them, Lady Stock and Captain Gurnow, into a council. And I thought we'd suggest maybe one of your all lords here. Oradreth, I think, is probably the best at all. Might be able to say, hey, we need to talk, type of thing, to get Lady Stock and Captain Gurnow isolated in a way and start the council.
Well, we could also remind them that they promised us council with them with no one else there yesterday.
Okay. Well, go ahead and do the introduction, and this will determine how many passes we get for this.
All right. Well, Oradreth has got a big awe score, and he's got his elven surcoat over mail that adds to his awe. So why don't we do?
Does he have the magic item too?
Yeah, that's his magic item. Oh no, he has a bracelet that gives him awareness, but not awe. That's his special gear is for the
Silmarillion bracelet. No, I'm just kidding. That was the other. That might have been the other thing that you gave to them. All right. Go for it.
All right. Big awe rolls. Oradreth will introduce us.
Yay, success.
Very nice.
Nice.
Okay. Success. So that means we have if we succeed in the introduction, we should be on the right pages to do this.
I thought Gwennon had something.
She has insight.
Yeah.
Okay, so you roll success. You're limited to. Okay.
I don't think she has it yet. She had something.
All right, so you guys got three passes, right? I guess.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah, 3 no bonuses from the awe, but we got a clean introduction.
A clean introduction, right? And then I was going to make them reluctant, but since you are presenting them that you basically did a task that they implied that you should do, though not necessarily ordered, I will make them not reluctant, but it's a normal roll, so not ill-favored. Or you don't lose a dice in the interaction. So it's open, no modifier right now. So
just before we get too into it, what we want from them is to turn this into a safe haven, but we also would like them to take defending the place more seriously. We've talked to them about that, and so maybe that should be 2 phases or two requests, however we want to do that.
Okay.
Now, with using this as a safe haven, that means we can come and go as we wish, right? Because that needs to be part of it.
Yeah, you could come here and rest, and no one's going to mess with you necessarily.
And leave without having to have their permission, is what I'm getting at.
Yeah, because that was we found out that they're imposing population controls, for lack of a better term.
Right.
And what we want to do is hire like a boat to go down the Great Flood or something, and to just allow us to come and go and stay here and all that safe haven stuff.
Yeah, and you want to visit the library. You want to visit Lady Alcath or whatever.
Agna?
Amelia Kern.
Lady Karn. Amelia Kern. Yeah. So yeah, I think that's. You want to deal with Wolthon.
I guess what I'm wondering is if we want to also do anything with regard to what we've talked about of like defending, reinforcing the place and rebuilding stuff and all that, or if we want to set that aside for this interaction.
Well,
I guess, Amy, what do you think?
I know Gwennon wants to talk about their son with the Black Numenorians, because that should be something Lady Stock needs to know. That kind of goes with you're not protecting. You're not paying attention and you're not protecting because there's evil in the city.
I'm going to say that's going to be a different top task. So then that's going to be part and parcel with the protection. So this is going to be to get safe haven. And I think you're going to have to work at the protect, taking more seriously the protection, which would include dealing with the Numenorians. And we
don't have to necessarily convince them of that right away, right? We can work on developing the relationship first.
Yeah, I mean, whenever you come back here, even if you, I don't know if you're going to winter here, but that could be a possibility. But even if you come back, when you come back here, then you can say, how's it going? What's going on? Okay, let's work on this now. Or, you could definitely give them the warning, but I would do it after the council.
Gwennon's fear is if we don't deal with the Black Numenorians. Remember, she had the vision of them coming in. So if it's not protected, that it doesn't matter if we have a safe haven if the Black Numenorians take it out.
Yeah, but I think what we're talking about is that sort of like the meta plot, right? That's
divisions.
Not necessarily at stake in this specific conversation, but that is something that we want to get them to work on.
Yeah,
I think that's if you notice, like in reading Silmarillion, especially, things don't happen right away in this world. Things take time, and you already kind of bloodied the nose of a couple Numenorian operations, right? Already, so they're a little behind. Right? You stopped them from getting some artifacts at the Star Tower. You took out an agent of the Witch King, and then you prevented them from getting foreknowledge through the use of the Palantir. So so far so good, right?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. All right. So let's get the Safe Haven Council.
Okay.
And then we can mention or warn them and see how they take that after a successful council.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what do you need me to do?
All right. So we got the tasks we can do are enhearten, insight, persuade, riddle, and song. I would suggest Gwennon with the insight, now that Ordrith has given it a proper introduction.
Yes.
And then
because she has +2 to her insight as well.
Yeah. And then Myrtle, Bruni are good at riddles, persuasion, and songs. So.
And we don't get those. We don't get extras to this, right?
No, I mean, but the troll head that you throw down there on their breakfast table.
Yes.
I don't know if you do that. That lowers it from them being reluctant to open.
Okay, here goes nothing. Great feat success.
That's 2 successes already. Yeah, maybe you can add to the request then if you get the 3 in the next pass, right? Okay.
that they hear us out about information we have to give. So now,
Yeah.
Bruni,
Persuade, riddle, song, or
Bruni
enhearten,
has
or
good
insight
riddle
too.
and persuade, and could do either of those. Doesn't Myrtle have really good riddle?
yes,
Okay,
she's
well, why
trained
don't?
in riddle with. She has 3.
Okay, well,
It's
I'll have
favored, and has 3.
Wow.
yeah. All right, I'll have Bruni do persuade because his that's not as good as his riddle, but that's another thing we can do.
Oh, you can
Obviously,
bring up the well, you could bring up the Moria thing too. I don't know if you want to do that yet, but
yeah, we talked to them about that after we've
okay.
said everything. Look at that,
Nice. Wow.
still
Very
got
good.
it.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
So that's 3. So yes, they agree already. Um, to they say, well, Captain Gurnow says, I'm willing to always offer heroes and troll slayers a place of refuge here in Tharbad. We're trying. Like I said, we are trying. And Lady Stock says, yes, perhaps I've been very judgmental in getting back to a relationship with my ancestors. That I feel that they have abandoned me, but you have given me. I do not like to use the word because it seems trite in this troubled time. Hope that Tharbad can become something again, like my ancestors held dearly.
Yes. So Myrtle does riddle now.
Yeah, she wants to do riddle, and but then I don't know if this can lead to another attempt at council, or I mean, you've already succeeded. So
Right. But she
what
has
this?
mastery in riddle.
Yeah.
She wants to say a riddle about how, you know, from the past bringing your past to the future,
Mm-hmm.
but being careful that your future does not involve your past. Basically inferring that we need to talk to them about the Black Numenorians, kind of saying a riddle about that, like, because remember, wasn't it that group of the Numenorians that came over into these lands and they came up and took over, and isn't that how it
Um,
went?
well, the original Numenorians drove the ancestors of the Dunlendings out of these lands and established Tharbad this far up the Great Flood. But you know the danger of
Danger of
yeah,
this happening if you're not paying attention,
yeah,
type
right,
of thing. That's kind of opening the door to talk about their son. If
okay,
she's successful, and I'm hoping she's successful, I don't know that she has anything to help her with that. She has a magic lock and key, burglar's tools, and a handy haversack. So I don't think so.
okay.
So here's hoping. Great success.
Nice.
Great, 1 success.
Okay. All right. Ordreth, do you want to add anything to try to get to the second layer here? You're like in the bonus round, I guess.
Yeah, Ordrith has pretty good. He's got all right for Enhearten, which seems like that's good for what we're talking about, trying to
Encourage
inspire
them
them.
to, yeah,
Yeah. So let me do an
raise the spirit
Enhearten.
of an endangered community or that of a downcast leader.
Yeah, that
Okay.
seems good.
If not,
Oh no, terrible roll.
No.
Oh wow.
unfortunate. Well, I mean, so they're definitely. I guess we have to table that the future discussion
Well, Myrtle
of
opened it up with the riddle.
yeah. I mean, you can warn them about the ambitions, but I don't know what
Yeah,
if.
let's. No, I think it's good to not push it right now. Basically, that we'll thank them for access to the town and
Yes.
for a chance to rest and recover here when we need it. And we hope this is the beginning of a fruitful relationship for the benefit of Tharbad.
Yeah. Is it out of the realm of possibility for Myrtle to offer her own gift to Lady Stock?
No, not with a great success.
She wants to give her the scimitar that she took from the Black Numenorian.
Well, the curved dagger. Yeah,
The
it's a
curved
scimitar to
dagger.
Myrtle, but yeah.
Yeah, wants to give it to her and say, there was someone that was here as a merchant that had this. I thought perhaps maybe it would mean more to you than me, so I want to give it to you.
Oh, she thanks you for the gift, and I guess you give him the treasure too, right?
The treasure
Yeah,
and
five
that, yeah. The five.
five
five.
points of treasure for them.
What is that? What is that the equivalent of? Does it really say that?
I can check. I don't think it's that much, but it's
Would it be like worth a? I mean, I guess it could be worth some apartments in the Red Tower or the Red Castle, right?
Would Lady Stock know what that dagger means?
It's not magical or anything. It's just a nice dagger, right?
Right, but it's...
Well, I mean, she does recognize where it's from. Yeah, probably the provenance of it. Yes.
Yes.
She's like, she gives you a nod and she thanks you. She thanks you, and the way. Well, let me see. Let me see if she riddles you back in a successful way, such that Captain Gurnow doesn't even notice.
I don't think...
Yes, she does.
Okay, what is she?
Yes, she does. So she basically tells you a story. You kind of refers to a story about the shady trader from Bree, but not from Bree. So she kind of understands the warning that you're giving her.
Okay.
And Myrtle, you get that she understands. You're able to communicate that through riddles. And then Chris Gurnow, just to emphasize that it was successful, and Gurnow didn't see the wiser. He's like, stories. We're all going to tell stories. Let's eat. He brings some servants to take the head away. He goes, you do not mind if I display this head over in my throne room, do you? We are troll slayers here in Tharbad. We protect the people, thanks to our great heroes of old.
Go for it. Go for it.
Yeah. So I think 5 treasure is probably like a couple of coin pouches or something. It's not very much.
Oh, okay.
So it's,
but to a hobbit, it seems like a lot.
Yeah. Well, so it's definitely enough to let you guys, wander around. It's a good bribe enough to let you wander around town.
Yeah. It's like enough to. It's unclear. The only thing you really do with treasure is improve your personal wealth rating.
Mm-hmm.
So it's probably like a couple of coin pouches full of silver pennies or something, or the equivalent of like what someone wealthy might carry around regularly, right?
Right. Okay. All right. So I guess the question is whether you want to just stay here for a little bit and continue the adventuring season, or Yule here.
I don't know. I know Gwennon is concerned about the Black Numenorians because she just saw that vision not too long ago, so she would rather stay close to what she considers as an enemy.
Yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think?
Well, I think so. The vision suggested that we need to go to Londair, right?
Yeah.
That was a lot of stuff. So I think it makes sense to press on and try to get to Londair and at least see what's going on, because it's another chunk of journey that's about the same distance, but it's along the river. So if we can get a boat to go down the river, it hopefully would be a lot easier trip than the first section that we did, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Because it's.
And before we left out, could Gwennon send a note to whoever is going to be leading the rangers at this moment in time, because I don't know that it's Aragon, because I think he's off adventuring, so
No,
it
it's
might be his mom.
His mother, yeah.
And let her know that the Black Numenorians are in Tharbad. We've warned them that Lady Stock has confirmed that she understands something's afoot. And
I mean, you could have Gwyleth do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, she can send a message back. But yeah, I think it makes sense to press on and try to get to Londair and figure out what's going on there also.
Okay. Well, do you want to do that? Okay, well, maybe we pick up that journey next time.
Yeah.
Sounds
and
good.
head down to Londair. We're still in the third quarter of the year, and we're going to try to head down to Londair. I don't know if that means you're going to Yule down there, but that you could say goodbye to Woleth. She's going to head from here to Orthanc.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. And I'll put her over here.
And Myrtle hopes that she made a friend with her, she hopes.
Yeah, well, she's able to find like she's not going by herself. She's able to find like a caravan or something, heading in that direction, through Dunaland towards Orthanc. Maybe some Dunlending traders or whatever to go that way.
Mm-hmm. Sounds good. Well,
and Sornon and Brenthil will continue with you. Brenthil says, sorry I was a little slow in that last fight. I don't know what has come over me.
That's okay. All great fighters need rest at times. I'm sure Oradreth can counsel you in that.
Because why do you think I should then stay here to hold your interests or continue? I would rather continue.
No, I'm not suggesting
Sornon says, yes, I would rather continue too.
I'm not suggesting that you stay here. Just that, while we were here, it was good that you rested. You needed it. It was quite a fright.
I mean, unless you want to send Sornon with Woleth.
No, I think we want to keep both of them with us.
Okay.
Seems like they're our buddies.
Yep. Okay. All right. Well, good stuff. Well, I think we'll stop here then. We have finished adventuring, or our little adventure in Tharbad.
Yeah.
And
Thank
killed
you.
the troll.
That's always fun, though.
Yeah.
We tried not to, but he didn't make his luck roll, I guess.
No, I guess not. He unfortunately fell upon some pointy metal sticks and an axe.
Well, thank you for playing, Arlen.
Thanks for playing, Arlen. For joining us.
Yeah, thanks for running.
Thanks for playing, Amy.
And
thank you all for watching and listening. And I hope we can help you to travel to our wonderful world that we're creating here in Middle Earth with the One Ring role-playing game. So thanks again. We'll see you next time. Good night and good rolling.
And we are done. Not bad.